You know that feeling, right? Where you try so hard to change something, maybe a habit, using just sheer willpower, and, well, it just snaps.
Oh, definitely. It's
Well,
like that thread analogy you mentioned earlier. Easy to break alone.
exactly. But wrap it a few times repeated action, and suddenly it's strong. Unbreakable, almost.
Hmm.
So it makes you wonder, what if real change isn't just about gritting your teeth, but maybe finding, I don't know, the right tool to build those stronger threads?
That's a perfect lead-in, actually,
Yeah.
because today we're diving into something pretty fascinating related to that. Self-hypnosis as you read.
Right. And our main source here is Forbes Robbins Blair's book, Self-Hypnosis as You Read 42 Life-Changing Scripts.
Yeah, and it promises this straightforward but apparently really powerful way to transform things.
So our mission for you in this deep dive is to unpack how this specific kind of self-hypnosis is supposed to work.
Hmm.
We want to look at the huge range of things it claims to help with, and, importantly, figure out why the developer Blair is so confident about it.
And the kicker is, you apparently don't need to record anything or memorize scripts.
Which sounds different. What really jumps out first is this idea you can get into a hypnotic state with your eyes open, just by reading out loud.
Yeah, it immediately bumps up against those common hypnosis myths, doesn't it?
Totally, like the swing and watch or being completely knocked out.
Right. But the source is really clear. Hypnosis and self-hypnosis isn't about being unconscious. You're fully aware, fully awake, just more relaxed, maybe more receptive.
No mind control, no amnesia.
Exactly. Just a different state of awareness.
And the claim is pretty bold. Something like 20 minutes a day for a few days can automatically transform your life by making you your own hypnotist.
Using just the sound of your own voice, which is interesting in itself.
It implies there's a specific mechanism at play, doesn't it? How does that actually work?
Well, a huge piece of it, according to the book, is your imagination and, crucially, positive expectation. If you genuinely expect to be hypnotized, your mind kind of leans into it and helps make it happen. It's not just fluff. It points to how much our beliefs shape our reality, you know?
Right, the power of suggestion, almost self-suggestion in this case. So, okay, let's get practical. How does this as you read thing actually function day to day? It sounds almost too simple.
It does seem straightforward. Basically, a few steps. First, you read an induction script out loud.
Okay, the induction script.
Yeah, and it's written specifically to ease you into that receptive state.
Hmm.
Just reading it, hearing your own voice, saying those words, starts the process.
So that's like opening the door. Then what?
Once you feel you're there or you finish the scripts, you move right into reading a goal script aloud.
And that one has the actual changes you want.
Exactly. It's packed with what are called post-hypnotic suggestions. These are designed to take root while you're receptive and then influence you later in your normal state.
So not just wishy-washy affirmations, but specific instructions.
Very specific. The book stresses they're like meticulously worded sentences, engineered to talk directly to your subconscious. The part running the show with habits, emotions, all that deep stuff.
Okay, and then you just stop.
Well, there's a short wake-up bit at the end you read just to gently bring yourself back to, everyday alertness.
The whole idea, though, automatically transforming your life in a few days, that's a big claim. What gives Blair that confidence? What's the thinking behind why this simple process would work so well?
He points to a couple of things. One really interesting idea is the neurological loop created when you read aloud.
Okay.
Hearing your own voice, especially in a calm tone, can apparently be more hypnotic for some people than listening to someone else's recording.
Huh. Why is that?
The theory is your nervous system relaxes more with the familiar sound of you. It's like you're speaking directly to your inner self, bypassing some of the usual conscious static.
That's fascinating. So it's not just the words, but the delivery system, your own voice.
Precisely. And you mentioned the scripts being precise. That's the other key part.
Why is the exact wording so important?
Well, the book puts it nicely. All of the hard work has been done for you because they're so carefully crafted, you don't have to think about it. You just read, and you get the exact intended suggestions every time.
Ah, consistency.
Exactly. It removes the guesswork.
Right.
And Blair argues that short, focused scripts done daily are way more effective than, say, one long session once in a while. It's that repeated weaving of the thread, right? Consistent, targeted messages.
Which loops back to challenging those old ideas about hypnosis. It's not about being zombified.
Not at all. The source keeps hammering this point. You're always aware, always awake, just deeply relaxed and focused, not unconscious, no memory loss.
People often describe it as feeling really natural, right? Peaceful.
Yeah, very much so. And this ties back to that belief idea we talked about. The power of your positive expectation and imagination can be so strong, it might actually be the main thing driving the hypnotic state.
So your brain anticipates it and
Yeah.
kind of helps it along.
In a nutshell, yeah. If you go in thinking, this is going to work, your mind is primed to respond.
Which means if you're skeptical, if you think, nah, I wasn't hypnotized.
The suggestions might not stick as well. It seems your belief isn't just helpful, it's almost part of the engine making it run. A self-fulfilling loop.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why the book apparently includes an initial primer session. It's not about a specific goal, just about getting you familiar with the feeling of light self-hypnosis.
To recognize the signs, like deep relaxation or feeling a bit floaty.
Exactly. So you build confidence. You
Wow.
train your mind to say, okay, this is what it feels like. I can do this, which then makes the real goal sessions more effective.
The source gives some pretty powerful examples, too. There's one about a mother and her teenage son.
Oh, yeah, that one's quite striking. The son was really struggling schoolwork, withdrawn, signs of depression. The mom had tried everything, therapists, you name it. Nothing worked.
Until this.
Until she introduced him to the As You Read method. According to the story, after just 5 sessions.
5. That's it.
Yeah, 5 sessions. His life apparently did a 180. Straight A's, suddenly confident enough to deal with a bully, even made an elite soccer team.
Wow.
The mom called it a miracle, understandably. But Blair's take is more like the kid finally found the right tool to unlock the determination he already had, which had just been blocked subconsciously.
That really shows how quickly things can shift sometimes. There was another one, too, right? About a woman named Myra with a phobia.
Yes, claustrophobia, specifically related to MRIs. It stemmed from being locked in a hope chest as a kid,
Yeah.
a really deep-seated fear.
Right. And MRIs triggered major panic attacks for her.
Exactly. So she'd used Blair's stuff before, asked for a custom MRI script. She used it twice a day leading up to the scan. And the night before, she slept soundly without meds, which was a huge deal for her.
That's already a good sign, but the real test is the MRI tube itself.
Right. And during the scan, she reported picturing herself on a boat, feeling a breeze, focusing on her breathing, repeating, calm and comfortable.
Using the suggestions from the script.
And she even said she found herself mentally choreographing a workout to the MRI machine's rhythm. She almost laughed, because the script had hinted she might find it amusing, and she actually did.
That's incredible. To go from panic attacks to finding it amusing, it really speaks to how targeted suggestions, repeated, can rewire even intense fear.
Absolutely. It shows the potential impact.
Looking at the book itself, the 42 life-changing scripts, the range of topics is just wow. It's not just fears, is it?
Not at all. It's incredibly broad. You've got general self-improvement stuff like stress relief, manifesting a job, getting spending under control.
Confidence, too, right? Socially, romantically.
Yep. And relationship things, getting over someone, spicing things up with a partner, being more affectionate.
And then more specific personal habits or issues.
Oh, yeah. Scripts for stopping overreacting, curbing a swearing habit, accepting your age, body image. It goes on. Even things like fibromyalgia relief, eczema, tackling fears of abandonment or rejection.
Performance enhancement, too, like for sports or intuition.
Focus in sports, enhancing psychic abilities. It really tries to cover a massive amount of ground. Basically, any area where your subconscious patterns might be holding you back.
So the core principle really seems to be this consistent daily chat with your subconscious using these carefully worded scripts.
Pretty much. And again, it's not about needing some super deep, weird trance. It's more about that relaxed, receptive state of awareness.
Right. The depth isn't the main goal.
No, the book emphasizes consistency over depth. Pick an induction script, pick your goal script, read them once a day, keep going till you see the change.
Simple enough. Any tips for making it work best?
Yeah, the source mentions a few things, like words in parentheses. Don't read those aloud. They're instructions for you. Pause where it is to pause. Emphasize words in italics. And critically, really try to imagine the things being described.
So it's not passive reading. You have to engage your imagination.
Definitely.
Yep.
That seems key. It makes the whole process more active, more engaging for the subconscious.
So this method really is positioned as a specific tool, isn't it? a way to access what Blair calls the genie within.
That's his term for the subconscious, yeah.
Mm.
Harnessing its power, which feels like magic but is really psychology, to make changes or overcome blocks.
We've seen how it might work with stories like the teenager or Myra finding success, finding that right tool to unlock something already inside them.
Exactly. It's about enabling that inner determination.
It leaves you thinking, though, if our subconscious mind really is like this powerful genie waiting for our wish or our fiery intention, as the book puts it,
Hmm.
what else are we missing? What other potential is just sitting there untapped in our everyday lives?
That's the big question, isn't it? And if this kind of focused communication can reshape habits, feelings, even physical stuff,
Yeah.
what becomes possible if we really buy into the idea that our happiness, our transformation?
Well, as Aristotle said, it depends upon ourselves.